Willie Contraband here, and welcome to Beyond Duality.
Beyond duality, three eyes in a circle. Willie Contraband, no soul, controversial. Facts on facts, but my name's not Urkel. Hit 'em where it hurts till their heart turns purple. They say they got your back.
Alright, welcome. Thank you for tuning in to Beyond Duality, where we dive deep into astrology, tarot, and all the mysteries of this realm. I go by the name Willie Contraband. This is a generalized reading. If you like a personalized reading for your eyes only, check out williecontraband.com/guidance, and I'll hook you up there, right? So let's get to it. Today we're doing a reading astrologically and through tarot for the week of, where are we at? June 17th to June 23rd. So let's see what's up. First thing I see, I got the chart pulled up. There's a lot of energy going on in Aries and Gemini right now, and Taurus as well. Got a whole bunch of cards popping out already. So let's see. We got Suns in Gemini, Moons in Aquarius, and Mercury, as we all know, is out of Mercury retrograde, but it's making its way out of shadow. That's why things still kind of been a little bit out of whack, especially we just had the full moon in Sagittarius, which was wild. This was our first full moon cycle after eclipse season and after Mercury retrograde season. So those full moons tend to be intense. But also I feel like it's putting us on the right path, the path that we want to be on. It's also, I heard that like Sagittarius is like also like a dissolver. It's the last fire sign and disintegrates things. So we can see beyond them and we get to higher realms, whether it's physically or mentally, spiritually. So I feel like this full moon in Sagittarius that just passed by like burned a lot of things down in our lives, or just showed us the truth of things, so we can know what direction we want to go into. When you're in Sagittarius, you see the half man, half horse with the bow and arrow, and the bow and arrow is like pointing up. There's direction, there's focus, there's aim, and in order to get there, that bow and arrow, the arrow got to make it through, a whole bunch of different things in terms of where there's distractions. If something is in his way, has to make through it. Also, the bow and arrow represents sometimes taking a step back to be able to shoot forward. So, a bow and arrow, gotta pull it back, and sooner or later you gotta let go. You gotta just trust, and boom! Bullseye, baby. But yeah, we're all feeling, the after effects right now. And this is all happening at the same time where Mars, Jupiter, Chiron, and Aries. And what I see coming up for us is a lot of reactive energy, a lot of fiery emotions. Saturn's retrograde too, so the relationship Saturn, Mars, Aries have, and especially Saturn and Aquarius, is also patience. Our patience is being tested right now. Our faith is being tasted. Our faith is being tested as well. And yeah, it's just these times right now. It's not the easiest, it's not the hardest, but it's definitely challenging. And I got some cards that already fell out. I want to go through it. The first card that I seen pop out, Judgment card, Major Arcana. And with Judgment, it comes to a time of faith. It comes to a time of surrendering. It's a time of trusting the dualities in his life, trusting the alchemy that's occurring. You know, you see the birds right here. There's some white birds and some black birds. That's the duality. You know, black birds flying down to the earth, white birds flying up. The alchemy right here is, you know, the Holy Trinity, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, Father, Mother, Child, which is the actual factual. It's alchemy in terms of nothing coming, well, something coming from nothing being turned into something. But I feel like the Judgment card right now, it's not really that we're being judged, but we're at a moment in our life where we have to analyze our lives. We have to kind of just like let go, take a step back, and see where we're at right now, to see if it's the right direction we want to move in, or also to see if we have the right pieces we need or the right people around us. And if not, that's what this full moon that just passed was about. You know, now we're entering the waning section of that, where this is really where things materialize, and then we get into the new moon for the new chapter. Another major arcana, so we got two major arcanas that popped up. The Hermit card. I feel like this comes with the Saturn energy. Also, it comes with you know, being patient. Sometimes the way to be patient is, or to practice patience, is by yourself, and to sit with yourself and have no distractions. You know, sometimes it's not good to practice your patience with the collective, in terms of society, with other people, especially with all this fire energy right now, where you might not want to hear it. You might not have the capacity either to really have patience with other people and sit down and, you know, be able to be receptive at this moment. I think this is saying to spend time by yourself right now for this next cycle, trying to figure things out. And that doesn't mean isolation all day, every day, but make sure you take the time out, make space for yourself. You know, whether it's 1 hour a day, a couple hours, you know, a few hours at night, you know, when you're about to settle down and go to sleep. At the same time, it could be finding gaps within your day to spend time within yourself. You know, if you're working all day, you got a 9 to 5, when you get that lunch break, make sure you spend it with yourself, not on the phone, not talking to somebody else, not looking at what everyone's doing online. Spend it with yourself, you know. Next we got Knave of Wands, talking about fire energy. Knave of Wands, Knave of Fire, that desire, that ambition. And right here again, I feel like it's confirming to go the other way. You see them, they're kind of going in different directions. Like I said, this full moon in Sagittarius might have dissolved, disintegrated certain relationships. Not fully burnt and dead and gone, but in terms of seeing how there's different dynamics. You know, Knave of Wands, Knave is almost like naive. Can you see that? Yes, a little bit. Let me see, there you go. But Knave, Knave, there you go. Knave is almost like naive, right? And naive is not like stupid or anything, or a fool, but it's more of like learning. You're learning right now, and learning what direction to take your life in, learning the value in certain people or certain things that are in your life, or that have been in your life for a while, and do they have any space in your life anymore, you know? And sometimes the only way we know that is for certain things to happen, to create space in between, you know, to create a distance, for dynamics to alter. And then the final card that popped up with this energy is the Three of Pentacles, Three of Earth, Three of Coins. And Three of Pentacles symbolizes, you know, earthly energy, but also building energy, working energy, collaboration, learning how to work with other people. That's funny that this is the final card too. I just realized that we're talking about seeing where you're at in your life right now, which comes with like the Saturn retrograde energy, where Saturn's like slowing down and analyzing and judging everything in a way. But that's kind of telling you to take a step back, analyze, see where you're at, see the duality in your life, the alchemy. Sometimes things feel bad, but it's blessings in disguise. And the best way to do that is to, spend time with yourself, isolate a little bit. Not a lot, we spent 2 years isolating. But like I said, whether it's a few minutes, an hour, your lunch break, at nighttime when you're about to go to sleep, but you have to spend time with yourself. And spending time with yourself does not mean you and your phone. It means just you and spirit, you and God, you earth. After that, the Knave of Swords, Swords of Wands, which is representing going in a different direction. It represents relationships changing, dynamics changing, which leads to being able to apply these new things that you're learning of how to, act, react, respond, and move and navigate through relationships and collaborations, especially in a time right now where we have all this Taurus energy, where we have to learn the true value and securities of things and the true worth. And also, we're building the new world in a way. We're building new lives. And these timelines are going in two ways right now. I hate to say it because this is beyond duality, but we're in a system of duality. And, the future is about partnership. The future is about the collective and inclusion and inclusivity, equitable inclusivity. But really, there's still going to be division. It's going to be the people that can't let go of the old way of doing things. And then there's going to be the people of finding new, innovative ways to do things, whether it's something that's never been done or something that we're going back to old traditional ways before these traditions that we have now, back to our ancestors or, indigenous cultures. So Taurus being in there, us learning how to work with each other. I was having this conversation the other day with someone where, I'm learning to know, like, within the next 10 years, money's going to be different. What a currency is going to revert back to what it actually is, which is energy, a current sea. The current sea, like the waters, or like a water current, electric current, air current. These are generators. Right now, people are developing a lot of skills at a different rate than ever, I feel like. Because this is the information age. A lot of people are able to learn without actually going to pay for school. So I feel like the future is going to consist of, bartering, trading, skills, services. Money's still going to have a factor, but not such a big factor like now. You see all the inflation, all the prices are going up. They're applying pressure on us. But what that leads to is us finding different ways to accumulate and acquire what we need. So yeah, I feel like the energy is a little intense. It's ebb and flow. Looking at the chart right now, Sun's in Gemini, Mercury's in Gemini. We're gonna get a lot of ideas right now. Our mind's gonna be very stimulated. But at the same time, Mercury, before Mercury went in retrograde, it was in Gemini about a month ago. Then Mercury went in retrograde, went back into Taurus, and then now it went back into Gemini. So if there's a lot of things that have been popping up for you, say, study your history, your own history, your patterns, your cycles, your orbits. So there was like May 27th and April 22nd. Those are 2 days you could look back around those timelines to see how things were feeling. Right now, whatever was happening then is, finishing off. And some ideas might be coming back to you. Your mind might feel like it's going like thinking a lot about the past or the past couple months. And this is for your benefit right now because Mercury, he's the messenger of the gods, and you have to listen to the placements that Mercury is in to kind of navigate where you're at right now. And Mercury being in Gemini is at home. So right now it's almost like super powered. And it could be to our benefit. Make sure you're paying attention, spending time alone. So what happened with Mercury, you get downloads. Mercury in Gemini, you get downloads quick. Some ideas that just are sporadic, boom, 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 boom. Things can happen very quickly. So definitely be aware of that. And let me just skip through the days real quick and see how things are moving throughout the week. The major things I see is Mars is in Aries in the final 10 to 12 degrees. And the thing about that is that Mars is also in home in Aries. So Mars being in home in Aries, there's a lot of fire energy going on right now. That's my phone going off trying to distract me. What I see too around the 19th, 1819, is that the moon crosses over Saturn in Aquarius. So 1819 is going to be very emotional in terms of how we're looking at ourselves in our lives. It's going to be very emotional how we're feeling a certain type of pressure, because the moon crossing Saturn, conjoining, a conjunction, is very intense, but at the same time, Saturn is squaring all this energy in Taurus. You know, it's squaring the North Node, Venus, Uranus, and that's why we're feeling a lot of pressure in our lives to change, you know, to get away from these fixated environments. You know, Aquarius and Taurus energy is very fixed. But the thing about Aquarius is that it's fixed and also changing and fucking shit up. So Saturn being there, it's like we're trying to break free right now. And we're trying to figure out ways to break free. It's like a boiling pot. And like the top of the pot wants to just blow up, but it's just like bubbling, like boop, 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 boop. Sometimes it does come up a little bit, some air gets out. You know, you blow off some steam. But other than that, it's just very intense energy where emotionally we have to be careful. Emotionally we have to know that stuff might be feeling a lot like a lot right now, but really it's blessings. It's getting us prepared and ready for the rest of our lives. Final thing I want to say for the end of the week is that the moon ends up joining all these other planets in Aries. So everything we're going through with these fiery emotions, reactions, the way we're feeling, because Chiron's in there too. So the moon's going to conjunct Jupiter, Chiron, Aries. Then it's going to start moving to Taurus next week. So get ready, guys. You know, this is our emotional transformation right now. And I'm excited. You know, it's a little scary, but I know it's for the best, because everything we've gone through, especially these last 2 years or so, we deserve to have a different type of life. You know, we got to make sure that we're never in those positions again, especially emotionally, because you know, emotions is energy in motion, and wherever our emotions go, it's like our attention, things grow. So we definitely want to stay balanced, want to stay grounded. By the end of the week, the moon comes into Taurus. I'm pretty sure the moon enjoys being in Taurus. So we'll find a way to get grounded. Just make sure you stay mindful. Make sure you use the Gemini energy to think before you act. Because, you know, it's a little hard. Gemini likes to talk a lot too, but while there's energy in Aries, make sure you're thinking before you're just doing, especially if it's a moment full of emotions. If it's more logical on the Gemini side of things, Aries could be very helpful. That once you know how to make a decision, you just go for it. Don't even think about it after that, just go for it. But other than that, that's all I got for you guys. This was food for thoughts. If you may, please feed me back. Comment down below. Let me know how it went, how it goes, if I'm crazy or what or so. And I hope you guys have a great week. And thank you for tuning in. I go by the name Willie Contraband. Make sure you subscribe to the Swim Network, where I'm going to have monthly readings. The link's right down below in the description box. And that's it. That's all I got for you guys, all right? Much peace. Much love.
They got you thinking that I'm dying, quoting all my songs, telling you that I'm lying. Though I know the truth, cause the truth will always find you. No matter where you go, is always right there behind you. See the shiny lights is only really there to blind you. Crazy how the stars in the sky could define you. Crazy how the stars in the sky could define you.